What's going on, everybody? Ragnar Dracana here. Let's go take a walk in the woods. The first time since we have finally got some good spring weather with the dogs. Now, I've been out here in the wintertime, but let's go. Let's see what we see, and let's chat. Let's go. What is your favorite weather? Is it spring? Is it fall? Is it summer? Or is it winter? For me, walking, hiking, I love the winter, but I gotta say this nice weather, not having to have the giant fur on me, has been a great thing. Let's go. Good girl, come here. Oh. The dogs are honestly so happy to be out here. I mean, it's life. Finally. I come out here and hike in the woods in the wintertime. It's actually my favorite time to come out here, but it's lonely, right? Because the dogs don't go with me. The dogs can't come out because, you know, it's all snow, and I have a pit and I have a lab shepherd, and neither are, you know, built to be out for an hour walk in the snow. So we are loving it today, them and me. So it is the first time out here for the spring season. I know it's not spring yet, but it's warm enough to be out here and, you know, going the distance with the dogs without their feet getting cold on the snow. And we're always protected out here. We always carry a firearm, just in case. You never know if you have a really aggressive deer because a baby's near you, or if you have, you know, a rabid raccoon. We have a lot of coyotes out here. We hear them every night. So we always, you know, bring a firearm for safety. Now, the thing is, I also bring an axe because I want to take care of invasive plants or, you know, destroy them. So if you see here, let's get up close. This one here, this is gonna go, all those have to go. They don't live here, they're invasive, so we're gonna destroy them. There's one. Of course, I'll have to explain myself if somebody walks up. Trust me, people, you don't want these destroying all of our trees. Look what they do. They get up there and they destroy the whole tree. This tree's actually taken down by it up there. All right, this one I'm going to get closer to the ground. Of course, hi, dogs. Dogs are happy. There we go. There we go. By the way, don't just go and hack away at trees or other plants. Know what you're doing. Know what you're looking for. Because there are some endangered ones, there are some poisonous ones, and there are some ones that just shouldn't be touched. They're not posing a threat, they're not invasive. You can't tell, but I'm under this whole tree. It's not that easy. What'd you find, P? I promise I'm better at hacking away something than it seems. There we go. All right, and we're off. Honestly, I'll tell everybody, you got to get out, you know, once a week, twice a week. If you can, more than that, great. But get out in nature, you know? Whether or not that's your local park with a couple saplings that they just planted, or that is a forest like I'm blessed to live by, get out here. You know, break the constraints of social media and office life and just everything. Come out and vibe with what is, because that other stuff is not. Lexi, hi. What'd you smell? Don't smell the poop. Thank you. Just leave the poop alone. No reason. Pandora's on a leash and Lexi is not, right? But Pandora is deaf, and she is actually rather stubborn. So even if she wasn't deaf, I'd still keep her on a leash because she tends to be a little bit bullheaded, comes with the breed. But she just wanted to, you know, get all face deep into the poop, and she's that kind of dog. That's her groove. I wish it wasn't, but you know, we're here now, so. All right, here's another one. It's wrapping up a baby birch tree and has already broken it. See up there? So let's kill that guy. There we go. And if you look here, somebody already came and chopped this one out on the trail and put it to the side. Hell yeah. Let's go. Definitely let me know in the comments if you guys like this kind of thing where we kind of just walk through the woods, vibe out, talk about, you know, a certain topic here or there, or, you know, experience the little bit of nature I have next to me together. You know, so like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, because if I'm just rambling to an audience that doesn't give a shit what is being presented to them, I got to switch that up for you guys, right? So many facets of life. If this is not your thing, let me know. If it is, let me know. You can't see them, but we have seen so many deer today. The population seems like it has tripled since I was down here late fall with the dogs. I tend to steer clear of where they usually are when I'm alone in the wintertime. Just because, you know, the dogs can alert me before I can probably see them most of the time. And I like to be as safe as I can when I'm out here alone, you know. I totally carry protection, but I'd rather just stay away from the animals who are trying to survive a little harder in the winter than they might be in the spring, summer, fall. So they tend to be a little bit more irritable when I see them in the wintertime, which is understandable, right? I mean, if I was struggling to survive in the middle of the winter, I'd probably be a little bit more of an asshole. So remember, stay away from wildlife, watch it from afar. So where are you guys from? Let me know in the comments. I want to know where you're from and what your favorite place in nature is. Is it a national park? I travel a lot. We try to, you know, move around as much as possible to be able to experience the world as much as possible. As much as life lets us. So let me know where you're from. What is your favorite national park? What is your favorite state park? Even, you know, what's your favorite museum? Your favorite art institute? Let me know. Come on. So while walking after a winter, I try to keep my eyes low to the ground because I'm always looking for, you know, what has died over the winter. I harvest bones and use bones as well as, you know, furs, antlers, etc. So I'm always looking for what nature has to offer me. And I always bring a few, you know, stones or some coin, you know, just to try to give back as a gift for a gift, if you will. So I always try to, you know, leave something behind if I pick something up in the woods. Also, please don't pick dead stuff up in the woods because you can get sick, you know. Disease, bacteria, that's all real. Don't be like me. Just leave it alone. But I'm here for the dead stuff. So this is one of my favorite spots in the woods. This is the green man. I'm sure you can see the face in it. So the green man kind of looks right up over our house. It's a good omen. I come down and greet this tree pretty much every time I come down here, actually. I am also looking for mushrooms in season. It's too early for any fruit or wild vegetable, but there could be some mushrooms cropping up. I missed my chance for the lion's mane out here, although I still look for it, because frankly I've found morels out of season. I found, you know, chicken and hen of the woods out of season. So I mean, I always still look, but not as vigorously as I would as if they were in season. And much like the dead animal thing, don't pick mushrooms that you don't absolutely know how to identify, because there are deadly ones. It's no joke. You will die, and please don't die. That's one less subscriber I have, right? So if you don't do it for yourself, do it for me. So this is one of our favorite spots, or me and Lexi's favorite spot. I usually have to carry Pandora down now at this point in her life. She's kind of getting sore after these walks, but you see like way down there. Now depth perception isn't going to give it to you, but we run down this giant hill, me and Lexi. If P is up to it, she'll run. If she's not, then I'll come out here with Lexi alone and do it. Hi. Right? You want to run? You want to go down the hill? Go! So, I'm probably going to have to carry her down. Let's go. So, some news that happened over the winter time. We're pretty excited about it, honestly. We are going to be a part of Frog Watch USA, and we will be collecting data and turning it into the Detroit Zoo to try to help establish a better outlook on where species live natively and what species there are breeding. See, I talked to you guys for 1 second. I gotta cut it because the dog is rolling in something, always rolling in something. Who knows what it was this time? So, for Frog Watch USA, we will basically be collecting data, turning it into the Detroit Zoo to help establish a better understanding on what species are breeding in what areas and when. Very excited about that. We had to do a quiz, had to know 14 different frog and toad calls that are native to Michigan. Even the ones that are way up in the Upper Peninsula, some that we won't even see in our area. And, you know, we'll of course have to look for invasive frog calls and toad calls. That being said, of course, there are always invasive species, like that plant that we were getting rid of, you know, trying to take hold in places that they are not supposed to be. Now, that is not at the fault of the species at all. Humans have absolutely done this. You know, of course, some birds, because they migrate, can bring in some invasive plants and, you know, maybe some animals, some parasites or what have you. But honestly, humans, with our overall worldwide commerce, have done this. So it is our duty to get rid of invasive animals and plants and report that type of thing as well. Well, honestly, I can't tell you how much of a joy it has been walking around down here today for the first time in a long time with the dogs. They're getting their smells in. We're all getting our exercise in. I actually just went axe throwing today for the first time at Revved Up in Woodhaven. It was pretty fun. If you haven't gone axe throwing, you know, I thought like the modern Viking in me would have been just like this badass at it right away. And I'll be honest, I was not good at it right away. I did better. I did actually, like, you know, hit a mark pretty much every time I went up almost. But in the beginning, it was not an easy task. It was fun though, is what I'm trying to say. And it was a lot of exercise. So if you have not been out and you're looking for a way to both get out and get fit, go do some axe throwing. It was no joke. To the air, hold your shield high. Hear me yelling, tell my enemies that we ride. Never scared of death, we all live to fight. Form the war, tell them all they gotta